Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are going to be doing the final review of the final palette in the Ulta Beauty and Harry Potter collection, which is the Slytherin palette. I have reviewed the other three already on my channel, so I will link those videos down below if you are interested. Go ahead and go watch those. But today we are going to be doing this beautiful palette. And here is what the inside looks like. We have some beautiful green shades that I'm super excited to play with on my eyes. And we are going to, once again, start with swatches, and then we will get into the eye look. I'm only going to be live swatching this palette, but I will include pictures of what the other palettes look like swatched out. So if that interests you, then go ahead and keep on watching. So starting with our swatches, we are going to start with Pebble. Next we have Fluffy. And then we have Moon. This one looks so pretty. I love that shade. Next we have Barren. Then we have Herb. Ooh, that one swatched nicely. Next we have Elm. Ooh, that has some green in it too. There's a lot of dimension in that shade. That's super pretty. Next we have Ivy. Beautiful light green shade. Then we have Toad. And finally we have Black Lake. Not the best black in my collection, but pretty good. So here are what all of the swatches look like. I don't have many greens in my collection, so I'm super excited about this because these ones look like they are going to be so pretty. And I'm so excited to get these on my eyes, so let's get into that. One more thing before we start our eye look, here are pictures of the other three palettes swatched out. So the first shade I'm going to take is Pebble on a base shadow brush, and I'm going to be running this through my crease and also packing it on my lid. I'm going to be doing a look today that's a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I am very excited about this. So I just wanted to lay down this color to help the transition process later on. Next, I'm going to be taking Black Lake on an angled brush, and I'm going to start defining my crease, and I'm going to work this a little bit above my crease to start out with, and just drawing in that line. This is going to look a bit messy to start out with, but we will go back in and blend it out. And for the wing and the outer portion of the crease, I wanted it to kind of be a little steeper and shoot up more. And then I'm also going to be taking this and connecting it to my upper lash line. Next, I'm going to take the Black Lake shade on a pencil brush and start blending it out. So start working this a little bit towards the brow bone, and this will also help to build up the color a little bit more. So just work on blending out, starting from the inner portion of the crease and working out towards the outer wing. Next, I'm going to be taking Herb on a e.l.f. blending brush, and this is going to go a little bit above my crease to help blend out the Black Lake shade. And this is the part that I was kind of nervous about because blacks typically aren't super easy to blend out, but I was really curious to see how this one performed, as it is one of the only darker transition shades in this palette, darker matte shades in this palette. And so far, it does look like it is blending out pretty nicely. So that is nice and impressive. I'm going to be taking a little bit more on that pencil brush and building up more of the black color because we did lose some of it when we blended it out, which is typical. So I'm just going to work on going back and forth between the Black Lake shade and the Herb shade and blending them together until I get the desired look that I am going for. So here is what we are looking like so far. I think those shades did blend pretty nicely together. To help blend it out even more, I'm going to be taking Pebble on a super fluffy brush and just running that right above the Herb shade. I feel like I threw off the look with that little outer portion, so I'm going to try and get rid of it with cutting my crease. You know, it's all about trial and error here. It's okay if you don't like what you originally did. It's easy to just take that out with the concealer, and luckily I was already planning on cutting my crease. So I'm just going to start. So I really wanted that to be a steeper outer wing area and just go up more because I wanted the shape of it to be a little bit snake-like for the Slytherin palette. So next I'm going to be taking Toad, and this is on an e.l.f. little concealer brush. And I love these brushes for packing color on in a specific area, as they are very small and precise. So I'm going to be starting putting this Toad shade on the outer corner. And I'm going to kind of follow the line and bring it down to my upper lash line, kind of like how I did that black to start out with. Then I'm going to be taking Elm to just deepen up this outer portion. Again, on that same e.l.f. brush, just very precise, building up this color in the outer corner. Next, I'm going to be taking Toad on my finger, and this is going to go in the center of my lid. And I'm going to be starting by putting this closer to the lash line, and then I'm going to be taking that e.l.f. concealer brush and running this along the cut crease line just to make sure that it stays really sharp. Next, I'm going to be taking some of Elm on my finger and just patting this over where those two shades meet to build up the color and blend the two together. Next, I'm going to be taking Ivy on my finger, and this is going to go on the inner part of my lid. So I'm just going to work on building this up first on my finger, and then we will go in with a little brush to help pack this shade on as well. I'm going to be taking a little bit more of Black Lake on that angled brush just to build up the crease a little bit more and define that line. Next, I'm going to be taking Herb on that same blending brush and running this along my lower lash line and just working on building up that color down there. Next, I'm going to be taking that Black Lake shade again, and I'm going to be running this along my upper lash line to create a bit of a wing. So I really like using eyeshadows to create my eyeliner. I feel like I'm more controlled at it than with actual eyeliner, so I'm just going to be doing a little bit of a wing. So here is what we are looking like so far. Next, I'm going to be taking Moon on a small brush, and I'm going to pack this in my inner corner. So just really build this shade up in the inner corner. And I'm going to be bringing it onto my lid a little bit to lighten up the inner portion of the lid. And I'm going to work on just really blowing this out in the inner corner. So here is the look so far. I am going to add some mascara and I will be right back. So here is the final look. This isn't exactly what I had pictured in my head, but I still think it turned out pretty cool. I love the green shades on the lid. I do wish that Ivy shade had been a little bit lighter. I feel like it just kind of blended in with Toad, which is partly what I wanted, but I wish it stood out a little bit more. I really love the Moon shade that's in my inner corner though. I think that really just helped lighten up the look and brought a little bit more to the look to break up the green. Overall, I am pretty happy with how this turned out. The shades blended out super nicely. The only one that was a little bit difficult was the black, but I kind of expected that since it is a black shade. So yeah, here is the look. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up and let me know down in the comments below if you liked it, what else you would like to see from me, and also let me know if you purchased any of these palettes, any of the 4 house palettes. I would really like to know your thoughts on them. I will have the other 3 reviews linked down below for the other 3 houses. And with that, please consider subscribing, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!